that God has placed a vision on my heart to reach out to the Muslim nation. It's always been my desire, to change nations and touch lives. And God is working in a real mysterious way in doing this. And apparently, I thought that we need to go out and minister to the Muslims, but now lately, God is doing something new. He's actually sending.
Quiet, please.
He's actually sending the Muslim nations to us. We don't have to go out there looking for them anymore.
Tell us what happened, Felicia. What happened?
Something we had a wonderful encounter in last week. A Muslim lady came knocking on my door, and she asked me, "Are you converted?" And I was very shocked. Why would she ask me a question like that? She said, because I approached your neighbor at the end of the road and I asked them, is there any converted people staying in this road? And they said, yes, that house on the corner there. Just knock on that door and you will see the lady there. And then that is what led her to my house. And then I said to her, why do you want to know this? And she said to me, because I want to give my heart to the Lord. And I was so shocked and I was astounded because this is not normally the way we do things.
So she just came and she knocked on your door?
Yes.
And when you opened the door, what happened?
I invited her inside. She must come. She had a full Muslim clothes on. And then I said to her, because I was quite confounded, I said to her, what made you come to this decision? Take a seat, And she said to me, well, this is a very, very long story, she said to me. But I've come through a hard life. My daughter was gang raped, and my husband is in prison with his 8 friends because they were involved in that. And I was crying out to this Christian God. And I wanted to ask him, if you are for real, where are you in all this, And she said, I just sent God speaking into my heart and saying that I am the way, the truth, and the life. I didn't really know what he meant by that. And this voice wouldn't go away from me. And then I approached my family and I said to them that I want to become a Christian because I want to follow after this voice, what this is all about. And then the family actually pushed her out of the house and she had a wound on her head with the way they hit her.
Sure.
Because she was trying to turn now into the Christian faith, And then she said to me, please tell me, what is this voice, I am the way, the truth, and the life? I said, man, that is God speaking to you. That is the way to come through to Him. You have to come through Jesus Christ. And she said, well, then I want to come through Jesus Christ. Can you lead me to Him? So I said, yes, of course, sure, I can lead you to Him. And with that, I prayed for her and I made her renounce the Islamic teaching that she was taught. And she accepted Jesus in her life and she was quite excited. And then she said to me, please, I need a Bible. I want to know what's going on in the Bible too. So I said, sure, I can oblige you with that. And I sent Stephen out to go make her some food and that. And we first let her eat and then Stephen prayed some more over her and that. And then she said to me, you know what, I've still got a problem. I said, what is the problem? So she said, I need a place to stay because I'm sleeping on the streets at the moment. I've got no place, no food. On my way here, I just came from the mosque, from my uncle that is the imam of the mosque, and he chased me away from like a dog because he had heard that I want to follow the Christian ways. And she's also a daughter of a prominent butchery owner in Grassy Park. And it was quite a shock for them, for her to turn away from Christianity. And then I said to her, well, all I can suggest, I can send you to a pastor that I know very well, that's involved with Hope Counseling, and he knows about safe houses where you can go and stay. And with that, she thanked me so profusely because she was sobbing all the way through.
Wonderful.